Someone just realized what they lost. But there's competition for your heart. Welcome back to your collective love reading. Before we dive into the cards today, I need you to understand something really important about the energy that's surrounding you right now. This is not a casual reading. This is not one of those someone's thinking about you generic messages. What's coming through right now is intense, it's layered, and honestly, it's the kind of reading that's going to make a lot of things click into place for you. If you've been feeling confused about your love life, if you've been wondering why certain people have been acting strange, or if you've just had this sense that something big is about to shift in your romantic world, this is your confirmation. The energy I'm picking up on involves multiple people, multiple timelines, and what I can only describe as a competition for your heart and attention that you might not even be fully aware of yet. Someone from your past has just had a complete awakening about who you are and what you meant to them. And I'm not talking about a small moment of nostalgia or a random "I wonder what they're up to" thought. This is a full-blown, earth-shattering realization where someone is finally seeing the truth about what they had with you and what they threw away. But here's where things get really interesting. And this is why I said this reading is layered. While this past person is going through their awakening and spiraling in regret, there's someone else in the picture. Someone who's been watching you, admiring you, seeing your worth with completely clear eyes. This person isn't confused. They're not second-guessing themselves. They see exactly who you are and they're ready to fight for a place in your life. So take a deep breath with me right now. Ground yourself. Because what Spirit is about to reveal is going to shift your perspective on everything that's been happening behind the scenes. The question I asked the cards today is this: what is the overall energy around the collective when it comes to love and romance right now? Who's thinking about you? What are their true intentions? What energy is circling around you? And most importantly, what do you need to know to navigate this powerful time in your love life? Let me pull the first set of cards and let's see what comes through. Right away, I'm seeing the Hanged Man, and this card is so significant because it represents a complete shift in perspective. Someone has been turned completely upside down when it comes to how they see you. Everything they thought they knew about you, everything they took for granted, all the ways they minimized your value or didn't fully appreciate what you brought to the table, all of that has been flipped on its head. This person is seeing you through brand new eyes and it's shaking them to their core. With the Hanged Man, we also have really strong Pisces and Aquarius energy coming through. For those of you who have Pisces or Aquarius placements, or if the person you're thinking about has these signs prominent in their chart, this is especially significant for you. Next to the Hanged Man, I'm seeing the Ace of Cups, and this is telling me that whatever perspective shift happened, it opened the floodgates emotionally for this person. The Ace of Cups is pure, new emotional energy. It's the beginning of a love story. It's fresh feelings that can't be denied anymore. This is someone who's being absolutely flooded with emotions about you right now. For some of you, this is definitely an ex-partner or someone from your past who's finally understanding what you were trying to tell them all along. You might have told them 100 times how you felt, what you needed, what wasn't working, and they just couldn't hear you. But now something has shifted in their life or their consciousness, and suddenly everything you said is replaying in their mind and they're thinking, oh my God, they were right about everything. For others of you, this Ace of Cups could represent someone who's been in your orbit, maybe an acquaintance or someone you know casually, and they've just now had this realization of, wow, this person is actually incredible. How did I not see this before? Either way, whether it's someone from your past or someone who's been watching from the sidelines, there are fresh, genuine feelings emerging about you. But then we have the Seven of Wands, and this is where the competition aspect comes in. The Seven of Wands is a card of defending your position, fighting for what you want, and standing your ground against opposition. What this is telling me is that there is active competition for your energy and attention right now. Now, I want to be really clear about something because I don't want you to hear the word competition and immediately think this is toxic or negative. That's not the energy I'm getting at all. This isn't about people playing games with you or trying to manipulate you. This is about multiple people recognizing your value at the same time and realizing that if they don't step up, if they don't make their intentions known, they're going to lose their chance with you. It's almost like you've suddenly become visible in a way you weren't before. Maybe you've been doing your healing work. Maybe you've been focusing on yourself, leveling up, growing spiritually. And now you're radiating this energy that's magnetic. People are noticing. And more than one person is thinking to themselves, I need to act before someone else does. I need to let them know how I feel before it's too late. When I pulled the clarifying cards to see how you feel about all of this attention and competition, I got the Queen of Pentacles and an oracle card that says Divine Connection. This is so perfect because the Queen of Pentacles represents someone who is stable, secure, grounded, and knows their worth. That's you right now. You're not desperate for love. You're not sitting around waiting for someone to validate you or save you. You've done the inner work, you've healed from past hurts. You've learned your lessons. And now you're standing in this really powerful energy where you know what you deserve and you're not willing to settle for anything less. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't chase, she attracts. She doesn't beg for crumbs, she expects the full meal. And that's exactly the energy you're embodying right now, which is why these people are feeling like they need to step up their game. The Divine Connection Oracle card is Spirit's way of confirming that yes, there is a divinely guided connection forming in your life right now. This isn't just any random situationship or surface level attraction. This is something that has spiritual significance, something that's meant to happen, something that's going to teach you important lessons and help you grow into your next level. Whether this divine connection is a reconciliation with someone from your past who's finally grown and evolved, or whether it's a completely new person who's being sent into your life by the universe. Either way, it's real and it's coming. Now let's talk specifically about this past person, because their energy is really heavy in this reading. When I asked what's going on with them, I pulled the Fool, Judgment, and the Four of Cups. The Judgment card is the most significant one here, because Judgment represents a spiritual awakening, a reckoning, a moment where you're forced to look at yourself in the mirror and confront the truth about who you've been and the choices you've made. This person is going through that right now. They're having what I can only describe as a come-to-Jesus moment about your connection and their role in how things ended or why things didn't work out. The Four of Cups shows me that when you were together or when you were dealing with this person, they were emotionally unavailable. They were distracted, checked out, not fully present. Maybe they were dealing with their own personal issues. Maybe they were immature, maybe they were focused on other things and they just couldn't give you the attention and emotional investment you deserved. They were taking you for granted. They had you right there in front of them, offering them love and commitment and partnership. And they were just sitting there like the figure in the Four of Cups, staring off into the distance, not even seeing the gift that was being offered to them. But now, with the Judgment card, they've woken up. Something happened in their life that forced them to see things clearly. Maybe they tried to date other people and realized nobody compares to you. Maybe they went through their own dark night of the soul and in that process they finally understood what you were trying to tell them. Maybe they had a significant life event like a loss or a health scare or a major transition that made them reevaluate everything. Whatever happened, they can no longer deny the truth. They messed up. They let you go, and it was the biggest mistake of their life. The Fool card is showing me they want a brand new start with you. They want to come back with a clean slate, with fresh energy, with a completely different approach. The Fool is about innocence, new beginnings, taking a leap of faith. This person wants to say to you, I know I messed up before, but I'm a different person now. I've learned, I've grown, I've done the work. Can we start over? Can you give me another chance to show you who I really am and what I'm capable of? When I pulled an oracle card to get even more clarity on what this person is feeling, I got a card that literally says, "Why can't I get over you? It's driving me crazy." I actually laughed when I pulled this because it's such direct confirmation of everything that's coming through. This person cannot stop thinking about you. You are on their mind constantly. They've tried to move on. They've tried to distract themselves with other people, with work, with hobbies, with whatever they can do to get you out of their head. But nothing works. Every song reminds them of you. Every place they go has some memory attached to you. They can't escape you even though you're not even actively in their life right now. For some of you, this person has actually isolated themselves from their friends and family because they're so consumed with thoughts of you and regret about the past. They're going through a really heavy emotional process right now where they're replaying everything that happened between you, analyzing every conversation, every fight, every moment where they could have done better. They're torturing themselves, asking, "Why did I say that? Why did I do that? Why didn't I listen when they told me what they needed? Why was I so stubborn? Why was I so blind?" When I pulled more cards to understand the depth of what they're experiencing, I got Death reversed, the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. This combination is really telling. Death reversed means they do not want this connection to end. Even though they might have been the one who walked away, or even though they were the one who created the distance or didn't fight for the relationship, internally they never wanted it to truly be over. Death reversed is someone who's resisting the ending, who's holding on, who's not ready to let go even though logically they might know they should. The Five of Pentacles is a card of hardship, struggle, feeling left out in the cold. This person is going through it right now. They're struggling financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. They feel like they're on the outside looking in at the warmth and happiness they could have had with you. And part of the reason they're hesitating to reach out is because they feel like they have nothing to offer you right now. They're embarrassed about where they are in life. They feel like they're not good enough. They're not worthy. They don't deserve another chance because they already blew the one they had. The Three of Swords confirms there's deep heartbreak here, but it's heartbreak they caused themselves. They know they hurt you. They know they caused you pain, and now they're experiencing that same pain, but it's even worse because they know it's their own fault. They can't blame anyone else. They can't make excuses. They have to sit with the knowledge that they had something beautiful and they destroyed it with their own hands. I'm also seeing Saturn in Sagittarius energy, which for those of you with Sagittarius placements, or for those whose person has strong Sagittarius in their chart, this is significant. Saturn is the planet of lessons, karma, hard truths growing up. This person has been through a Saturn transit or is going through one, and it's forcing them to mature, to take responsibility, to see the consequences of their actions. They can't run from their lessons anymore. They can't avoid the truth anymore. They're being held accountable by the universe. Mercury in Taurus is also coming through, and Taurus is a slow, methodical, careful energy. Mercury rules communication. So this is telling me that even though this person desperately wants to reach out to you, they're moving very slowly with their words. They're overthinking everything. They're writing and deleting messages. They're rehearsing what they would say to you over and over in their head. They know that they probably only get one shot at this. If they come back and say the wrong thing, if they don't express themselves properly, if they come across as insincere or like they haven't really changed, they know you'll close the door forever. So they're being really careful, really intentional, trying to figure out the perfect way to approach you. Now let's shift to this other energy, because it's completely different and honestly really beautiful. When I asked about this new person or this admirer, I pulled the Two of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles showed up again. The contrast between this energy and the past person's energy is stark. Where the past person is heavy, full of regret, struggling, this new person is light, clear, confident, and moving with pure intention. The Two of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards in the tarot deck when it comes to love and partnership. This is divine union, soulmate connection, Twinflame recognition. This is two people seeing each other on a soul level and knowing, yes, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. This new person or admirer isn't looking at you with confusion or uncertainty. They're not second-guessing their feelings. They know what they feel, and what they feel is deep. The Ten of Cups is the happily ever after card. This is marriage, family, long-term commitment, building a life together. This person isn't thinking about you in a casual way. They're not interested in something temporary or superficial. When they look at you, they see their future. They see themselves waking up next to you every morning. They see holidays together, inside jokes, shared dreams, growing old together. The Ten of Cups is the ultimate relationship goal card, and it's showing me that this person's intentions are completely serious. I pulled an oracle card for this energy and got something that says giving that asks no reward, love that has no price tag, a new state of consciousness, acceptance and being received as a free gift. This is so powerful, and it really shows the purity of this person's feelings. They're not looking at you and calculating what they can get from you. They're not interested in taking your energy, your time, your resources for their own benefit. Their love is unconditional. They genuinely just want to see you happy. They want to add value to your life. They want to be a source of peace and joy for you, not stress or confusion. This is someone who understands that real love is about giving, not taking. They're not approaching you with a list of demands or expectations. They're not trying to change you or mold you into something that serves them. They accept you exactly as you are, and they see that as a gift. They feel grateful just to be in your presence. That's the energy they're bringing. The Hermit card came up for this person, and it's telling me they've been on their own for a while. This isn't someone who's been jumping from relationship to relationship, playing the field, entertaining multiple people. They've been in their hermit phase, doing deep inner work, healing from their own past, figuring out who they are and what they really want. They've been preparing themselves to be the kind of partner who can actually show up fully for someone. And now they've emerged from that solitary period, and they see you, and it's like everything clicks into place. It's like the universe is saying, this is why you went through all that growth. This is who you were preparing yourself for. Venus in Cancer is coming through strongly for this person. And if you know anything about Venus in Cancer, you know this is one of the deepest, most nurturing, most emotionally generous placements you can have. Venus in Cancer people love with their whole heart. They're protective, caring, domestic, romantic in the most genuine sense. This person wants to take care of you. They want to cook for you, make you feel safe, create a home with you, whether that's a literal physical home or an emotional sanctuary. They want to be your safe place, your comfort, your peace. Mars in Pisces is also showing up, which is interesting because Mars is the planet of action and drive, but in Pisces it moves in a very intuitive, spiritual, flowing way. This person isn't going to come at you aggressively or try to force anything. They're moving with divine timing. They're trusting their intuition about when and how to approach you. They might be getting signs from the universe about you, seeing synchronicities, feeling guided by something bigger than themselves. They believe in fate, in meant to be, in cosmic timing, and they feel like you and them crossing paths is not a coincidence. When I asked why this person admires you, what specifically draws them to you, I pulled the Strength card and the Star. The Strength card is so significant because it shows they see your inner strength, your resilience, your courage. They're aware that you've been through difficult times. For many of you, they know you've been through absolute hell. Maybe they don't know all the details, but they can sense it. They can see it in how you carry yourself, in the wisdom in your eyes, in the way you navigate challenges. And instead of being scared off by your past or seeing you as damaged or broken, they're in awe of you. They're thinking, this person has been through so much and they're still standing. They're still kind. They're still open to love. They're still hopeful. That's incredible. The Star is a card of hope, healing, inspiration, divine guidance. You inspire this person, You make them believe in good things again. You make them want to be better. Your very presence in their life, even if you're not in a relationship yet, even if you're just in their awareness, is healing something in them. You represent possibility to them. You represent a future that's bright and full of potential. They look at you and they don't see problems or complications. They see opportunity. They see partnership. They see everything they've been hoping for. So now you're standing at this crossroads, and this is where your decision-making and discernment become really important. You have a past person who's finally waking up, who's full of regret, who's desperately hoping you'll give them another chance. And you have this new person or admirer who's seeing you with completely fresh eyes, who has no baggage or history with you, who's offering you pure, uncomplicated love and appreciation. Both of these energies are real. Both of these people have genuine feelings. The question is, what does your intuition tell you? What does your heart tell you? What does Spirit want you to know as you navigate this? The Ace of Swords reversed came up, and this is significant because it indicates there's been a lack of clarity and truth in your romantic situation up until now. The Ace of Swords upright would be clear communication, honest conversations, mental clarity, truth being spoken. But reversed, it shows there's been confusion, things left unsaid, mixed signals, maybe even some deception or withholding of information. Whether that's the past person who never fully explained what was really going on with them, or the new person who hasn't made their move yet and expressed their feelings, there's been this cloud of uncertainty hanging over your love life. But that's about to change because the Hierophant is here, and the Hierophant is a card of sacred truth, commitment, traditional values, honest communication, and divine partnership. Someone is about to have a very real, very serious conversation with you. This isn't going to be surface-level small talk or vague hints. This is a full, honest, lay all the cards on the table kind of conversation. Someone is going to say exactly what they feel, exactly what they want, exactly what their intentions are. No more games, no more confusion, no more wondering where you stand. For some of you, this Hierophant energy could literally manifest as a proposal or a very serious commitment conversation. For others, it's the conversation that sets the foundation for something that will eventually lead to marriage or long-term partnership. The Hierophant is also associated with traditional relationship milestones, meeting family, making things official in the eyes of society or your community. This is serious energy. The Three of Cups reversed showed up as a warning, and I really want you to pay attention to this because it's important. The Three of Cups upright is about celebration, friendship, community support, people being genuinely happy for you. But reversed, it's showing me that not everyone in your circle is going to be supportive of whichever choice you make. There may be friends who have strong opinions about whether you should give the past person another chance. There may be family members who judge you for your decision, whether that's moving forward with someone new or reconciling with an ex. There may be people who claim to have your best interests at heart but are actually projecting their own fears, their own baggage, their own failed relationships onto your situation. Spirit is saying very clearly, this is your life, this is your heart, this is your decision. You're the one who has to wake up every day and live with the choices you make. You're the one who knows what you feel in your gut when you think about these people. You're the one who has the full context and the full story. So while it's fine to listen to advice from people you trust, at the end of the day, you need to tune into your own inner guidance and do what feels right for you, regardless of what anyone else thinks. I pulled an oracle card that says, "Can't compete where you don't compare." It's like a knife in a spoon race. You may not scoop well, but you sure cut through the competition. I absolutely love this message because it's basically Spirit saying you are in a league of your own right now. Anyone who's trying to compete for your attention, anyone who thinks they can play games with you or treat you as an option, they're not even on your level. You're the knife in a spoon race. You cut through the nonsense. You see through manipulation. You know your value. You're not here for mediocrity or half-hearted effort. This message is also Spirit's way of hyping you up and reminding you that you hold all the power here. These people who are vying for your attention, they're not doing you a favor by being interested. You're the prize. You're the catch. They should be proving themselves worthy of you, not the other way around. Don't let anyone make you feel like you need to audition for a role in their life or convince them of your worth. The right person will see it immediately and will do whatever it takes to secure their place with you. As we move toward the end of this reading, I want to talk about what Spirit is really trying to communicate about your next steps. The Emperor card came through, and this is all about you stepping into a position of authority and control over your own life and your own romantic destiny. The Emperor doesn't wait for permission. The Emperor doesn't second-guess themselves. The Emperor makes decisions based on logic, wisdom, and what serves the highest good, and then they move forward with confidence. You're being called to embody Emperor energy right now. That means you're not going to be swayed by pretty words that aren't backed up by actions. You're not going to make decisions based on nostalgia or loneliness or fear of being alone. You're not going to settle for someone who's only giving you partial effort or half-hearted commitment. You're going to look at the facts, trust your intuition, and make the choice that aligns with your long-term happiness and growth, even if that choice is scary or uncomfortable in the short term. The Star card appeared at the bottom of the deck, and the Star is one of the most hopeful, spiritual, divinely guided cards in the entire tarot. This is telling me that everything happening in your love life right now is part of a bigger plan. The past person's awakening, the new person's interest, the competition, the confusion, the clarity that's coming. All of it is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. You are being guided. You are being protected. You are being led toward the relationship that's going to serve your highest good. The Star also represents healing. And I'm being shown that whether you choose to reconcile with the past person or move forward with someone new, there's going to be healing involved. If you choose the past person, the healing will come from both of you doing the work to rebuild trust, communication, and emotional safety. If you choose the new person, the healing will come from experiencing what it's like to be loved by someone who sees your value from day one, who doesn't need to lose you to appreciate you, who shows up consistently and makes you feel chosen. I'm seeing some specific timing coming through that I want to share with you. For those of you with Libra, Gemini, Virgo, or Aries placements, either in your own chart or in the chart of the person you're connected to, the next 2 to 3 months are going to be really significant for your love life. There's going to be movement, action, declarations, decisions being made. Things are not going to stay in this limbo state much longer. I'm also specifically hearing April and May for some of you. These months could be when someone makes a big move, when a proposal happens, when you have that important conversation that changes everything, or when you make a final decision about who deserves to have access to your heart and your energy. If your birthday falls in April or May, or if you're a Taurus or a Gemini, pay extra attention to this timing. For my people who are Life Path 2 or Life Path 5 in numerology, or anyone who was born on the 2nd, 11th, 20th, or 29th of any month, this message is especially potent for you. Your numbers are showing up strongly in this reading, which means you're exactly where you're supposed to be, hearing exactly what you need to hear. Before I close out, I want to leave you with some final thoughts that I really feel Spirit wants you to absorb. First, you are not too much. I'm hearing this so clearly for many of you. You've probably been made to feel at some point like you're too emotional, too sensitive, too demanding, too intense, too much in some way. And I'm here to tell you that's a lie. You're not too much. You're just too much for the wrong people. The right person is going to crave your depth. They're going to appreciate your emotional intelligence. They're going to value your standards and your boundaries because they'll recognize that those things come from self-respect, not from being difficult. Second, you are not too little. Some of you have been made to feel like you're not enough in some way. Not pretty enough, not successful enough, not healed enough, not spiritual enough, not whatever enough. That's also a lie. You are exactly who you're meant to be at this exact moment. Yes, we're all growing and evolving, but that doesn't mean your current self isn't worthy of love and respect and partnership right now, as you are. Third, you are not too good to be true. This is what some of these people are thinking when they look at you. They're thinking there has to be a catch. There has to be something wrong. This can't be real. But you are real. Your goodness is real. Your light is real. Your capacity to love is real. Don't let anyone make you dim yourself or hide your qualities because they're intimidated or insecure. The right person, whether that's someone from your past who's finally grown up and gotten their act together, or someone new who's being divinely sent to you, the right person is going to see you and celebrate you, not question you. They're not going to fear your light. They're going to want to stand in it. They're not going to try to dim you down. They're going to encourage you to shine even brighter. They're not going to see your standards as obstacles. They're going to see them as proof that you know your value. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep healing. Keep growing. Keep standing in your Queen of Pentacles energy. Keep being grounded and secure in who you are. Because the more solid you are in yourself, the more the right kind of love is going to be magnetically drawn to you. You're not going to have to chase it, force it, or convince anyone of your worth. It's going to come to you naturally because you're vibrating at a frequency that attracts high-quality partnership. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust yourself. Everything is working out for your highest good even when it doesn't feel like it in the moment. The universe is rearranging things behind the scenes to bring you exactly what you've been praying for. Stay open, stay hopeful, but also stay discerning. Not everyone who's interested deserves access. Not everyone who says they've changed has actually done the work. Pay attention to actions, not just words. Pay attention to consistency, not just intensity. Thank you so much for being here with me for this reading. Thank you for trusting me with your energy and your time. If this resonated with you, I would love to know. Drop your sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign in the comments below so I can see who I'm reading for. Tell me if you're team past person or team new person. Share what messages hit home for you. I love seeing you all connect in the comments and support each other. For those who want to go even deeper, I have an extended version of this reading available where we dive into the specific thoughts your person is having, the blocks that might be in the way, the advice Spirit has for your unique situation, and the likely outcome based on the current energy. You can find that link in the description box and in the pinned comment. I'm sending you so much love. I'm sending you clarity. I'm sending you the confidence to make the decision that's right for you. And I'm sending you the absolute knowing that you are worthy, you are powerful, and you are so deeply loved by the universe and by Spirit. Until next time, remember to trust yourself, honor your journey, and know that the best is yet to come.